Well, thank you all for being here. Right now, obviously, we're excited about fall camp. It's a great time of year. Everybody's on a high note, and players are very excited about coming in. I think up till now, really evaluating where we're at, I think our players have done everything they can to put themselves in position. They've done everything in the off season, getting ready, weight room, strength-wise, studying the program, working hard, learning more of the defense, all those types of things. They put themselves in a good position. So now it's time to get to work, and just looking forward to getting them out there on that field on a daily basis and getting a chance to correct some things and just get better at what we do. So I think we've got the players in place. I think we've got enough talent, and now it's just time for us to go out there and produce and get better on a day-to-day basis.
You have a lot of issues coming in starting the year. Where have you come the farthest, and where do you still need to?
I think one thing we did is, obviously with our class, recruiting class, we added an immediate group of guys. I thought we were real thin going in the spring. In the spring, we were real thin. There's a massive difference a lot of times, ones and twos. You put them out there on the field when we go on spring practice. And then, so we've added a good class. I know they're new, but we've added a class of guys coming in there across the board that gives us some immediate depth, obviously, what we needed drastically. And that's how you push the depth chart. You push the depth chart from the down up. If you want to get those guys to get better, and that's our biggest probably objective going to fall camp is we've got to get some twos and threes in position to compete for jobs, so they can be competitive on a daily basis out there.
Who do you anticipate being the Mike, or what's that battle shaping up like?
Yeah, right now, going into fall camp, Jock Boudreaux, Farad Gardner is the next one. I think they've kind of separated themselves, especially throughout the summer, on a knowledge standpoint, learning the defense, knowing what to do, be able to take control of the front, and be able to make sure to get us in the right spots.
If he used McCaskill as the wheel, how much of a difference maker can he be on the interior?
Well, we kind of say, he's kind of a heat-seeking missile, He plays the game hard, aggressive. He's very explosive, can runs exceptionally well. So, he's going to be able to, he was a huge factor in spring. And right now, he understands the defense a lot better, so it's going to hopefully give him an opportunity to make a lot more plays.
What about at the corners? How much, well, first of all, with Johnson, how much is it up to have a guy who's experienced, has some stars under his belt? And then with Jacquet and the position switch, what does he need to do to make sure that he's solid there?
Yeah, well, Johnson obviously does. He gives you guys, been in some games. That's probably the easiest thing with him. Just on a knowledge standpoint, being able to pick up things when you talk to him because he's been there, he's done that. He's not foreign, he's not a rookie, so he gives you some immediate experience out of that position. Jacquet, huge asset just as far as him on a physical standpoint. He's got all the tools to be an NFL corner. So with him, it's just more so playing catch up. He's raw at the position. He can do some things that are pretty freakish, athletically. But being able to get him caught up now to be a student, maybe a master his technique, master his skills, and know the position within the coverage. How can he, maximize his ability when he's out there?
Do you see comparisons in his skill and technique, and maybe even intangibles, and some of the other NFL DBs that you've had the pleasure to coach?
Yeah. On a skill standpoint, physical asset, he walks in this room, he's an NFL corner. Yeah, you put him on the field and what he does. On a movement standpoint, flip the hips, just speed, quickness, all that stuff, and demeanor. The way he handles himself on a day-to-day basis is good too. But it's on ability standpoint. When he does it, produces it on the field, that's wait to be seen. That's going to be on him.
How have you seen him grow in that role?
I think he's very football intelligent, so that's been huge, and that's what's allowing him very hard with dressing anybody to do that, to be able to play both sides of the football. That's just not, that's why it's not very common, is because somebody mentally be able to handle and absorb the concepts you're doing on both sides of the ball. He has done a good job with that. He's a football intelligent guy.
When you see him go over to offense, do you cringe or do you love that kind of stuff?
No, I think he's a guy that, again, we'll have to go through fall camp to see how much that can occur on a physical standpoint. And we like playing a lot of guys on defense, so that's a big thing for us. Those opportunities is going to open opportunities for other guys to step up and get some experience in the defense and get them to play. So it's okay. You're going to rotate those guys out anyway.
How would you describe the defense?
I think right now, one thing I think we're hungry. I've really been more impressed with anything with our ability, our guys wanting to learn, wanting to be good. But that's part of it. Defensively, if you're going to play the game, play it effectively, you got to play it with a chip on your shoulder. I think our guys are established in that. We're going to go. Fall camp's going to tell us a lot. I mean, really, do we have the mentality yet to be a difference maker in this conference? I don't know. You know, that's going to be seen in the next 3 weeks. Can we develop that mentality every time we take the field? That's our ambition is to go out there and shut somebody down and do it every play on a consistent basis. You know, I mean, those are the things that probably most unknown going into fall camp. How are we going to handle things attitude-wise? How are we going to handle adversity when it first hits you in the face? Somebody makes a play, you know, gash you in the run or make a big play over top of you and pass. How are you going to handle those things? Our players ready to handle it. That's the thing we've really got to. I think our biggest thing we've got to do is coach up is attitude and a leadership standpoint.
Will you have a Tracy Walker type player? Someone who plays in back and maybe comes down a little bit?
You know, we got 3 safeties that I'm pretty comfortable with right now. You know, so you know, Corey Turner's going to be a huge asset. You know, he can do a lot of things. He can blitz off the edge. He can play on a half. He can play deep coverage. He can go out and cover a number 2 slot. So we're going to utilize his abilities, and he's going to be able to move around quite a bit.
Going back to leadership, within your defense right now, is there one player, one name that kind of stands out?
It's probably more than a couple. I mean, and that's good. And you want, the more the better. Obviously, in that situation, you want guys to. I mean, the more leaders you got, just eliminate some problems. But I think just the way they've handled their business right now. You know, I think obviously Jock Boudreaux, and that's probably gives them the thing. How he's handling his business in the summer, spring and summer, on a work ethic standpoint, on a day to day, he comes to work. Deuce Wallace, Corey. I think I already mentioned already. So those are guys, probably guys that stood up. Zion Hill's another one. Probably throwing.
Are there a couple positions that you're looking at that you know you're going to have really good competition in the fall, and who's sort of in the mix in those spots?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of our I think we've got to make a growth standpoint from our, like I said, our 2. We got newcomers in these spots that we're really hoping athletically and physically they're going to be able to push for jobs. So we got to get them up to par first, and hopefully, there's going to be some things I think up front. We're pretty solid on some things, and what we think, we came out with McDowell and Kidd and Zion up front, but there's some guys in there that are going to be able to push early. I think Sammy Ochoa has been a guy that we really expect just because he comes in with a little more maturity factor in there. At physical standpoint, he's got everything, but he has a different maturity about him on learning things and know what to do and take care of business on a daily basis. Linebacker, it's kind of separated those front 4. Justin Middleton. This is the other 4th one. I think I mentioned all the 3, Farad and Jock and Lorenzo. But I think Justin Middleton gives that punch. And then, I think in safety position, we probably got 4 right now. We're looking for 6 that can play. So we're just trying to we got to push that up in fall camp and find out the guys that can do that. And then our corner position also will be newcomers in there. Now, we're going to count on some freshmen probably in some of those roles. But, where it's A.J. Washington or Eric Garrar, there's some guys. And then Cameron Solomon's also a newcomer in there that I think those guys will push. Which one of those get in that hunt and can really dogfight for a job? I hope it's all of them.
Is Jim Williams one of those forward safety, or does he have
He's at safety as well, yeah.
he's one of those
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think right now it kind of separates. I hope he's in that hunt. I think he's got to still make some progress if he wants to get into that 2-deep fight.
1 or 2 more, please.
What about the outside backers? I know you lost a little bit there, and maybe that's outworked some of the
Yep,
guys.
and then, but I think right now going in fall camp, Malbrew has been just what he is a responsible, do-right guy. He can do the thing. He can run. He can rush the quarterback. Andre Jones, but we really expect newcomers. Chauncey Minnock and Andre Riley to get in that hunt in a hurry. They are, I think those guys offer some athleticism, especially when it comes down to rushing the quarterback. That'll be huge.
What have you seen from Joe Dillon, and what do you think his impact can be on your defense?
Joe's not going to be playing this season.
Oh,
Yeah, he got hurt before we started spring practice, so I haven't seen Joe on the field yet. So, yeah,
What
it's a
about,
shame, but he'll be back.
Coach, what about, you mentioned Zion Hill. He showed flashes last year, got injured, now he's back healthy. What do you expect from him on the defensive line for you guys this year?
Well, Zion, I mean, he's a redshirt freshman. On a physical standpoint, he is extremely talented. He's kind of ideal. We talk about all the time that if you're making a profile of a guy you're looking for, he's it. Big, strong, athletic, but is intelligent, can learn all the things you want him to do. He's a smart football player. He's a responsible young man. Those things are huge too. I mean, athleticism is one thing, but you got to have character kids that are get it done people. I mean, if you're not, blowing assignments on defense is not good. You don't have the right to punt.
Last one, please. When you put on the film from last year to spring to where you are now, which unit have you seen the most growth from?
I don't know. I've seen probably in every area. We had really when we came in between last year and the spring was there wasn't a whole lot of guys that actually played a lot. I think we had 3 returning starters and that's it. And a lot of guys didn't have a lot of playing time. So we were trying to evaluate fall off of, a lot of time off of practice tape. And we're trying to evaluate this kid. What has he done? So there wasn't a lot of reps in there. But I think they made huge strides across the board. But probably the biggest pleasant surprise coming out of spring was the front, the defensive line. You know, we really thought that would coming in, evaluating things was guys with not much experience, and we were kind of, you kind of hoping that it's going to really progress. But coming out of spring, I really think we're good enough up front to go play in this conference and do some damage.